Are we live? I don't know if we're live. Let's double check to make sure we are live. I go to my own channel. Boom, 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 boom. Content. Yes. I believe we are live. Yes. Hey, that's me. Hello, everyone watching this. So if you're watching this in the VOD later on, and you don't know who I am, my name is Jason. I'm a technology content creator here on YouTube, and I rarely do live streams, but I like to do these live streams just to reach out to the community and answer your questions and see if y'all need any help, any issues, anything you want to bring up, anything you want to talk about. It's kind of what these live shows are all about. I'm not very good at live streaming. There's a good chance that you're not even hearing this because my audio is a situation. Like I said, I'm not very good at live streaming, so we'll see. I am sitting right next to an air conditioner, which is very loud, so I have to have a noise suppressor on the mic, so it might sound kind of weird, but we'll get it through it. I asked last time if anyone wanted to watch me assemble some figures that I've had lying around, and I thought, what a better time than to do it on stream. So we'll get to that in a little bit, but I'll still be answering any questions you have throughout and just gabbing about whatever y'all want to talk about. This is y'all's time. Consider this like a study hall. This is a time for y'all to come forward and we can talk and hang out. I don't really make money from these streams. I make a penny, so this is mostly just to hang out. I don't really have an agenda, nothing to do. Just here to talk to y'all and see what y'all need to do. Let me think. What else is new with me, though? I recently came back from a 3-week long trip to Japan, which was a lot of fun. It was not my first time. It was actually like my 5th time, but it was the time I've spent the longest as an adult. Because the first time I was there for about a month, but I was very busy with other stuff, so I didn't really have time to go do whatever I want. I was also very young. So now this was the first time I got 3 weeks as an adult, me and my wife just going through Japan, doing literally whatever we wanted. So that was a great time, picked up a lot of good stuff. The tech scene in Japan is not great compared to the US. They have their own tech scene, but just in terms of prices, everything is more expensive there, which is weird because most things are very cheap, but specifically technology is very expensive. I don't know how that works. Probably import taxes, but if there's anyone in the chat, let me know. Just to make sure that my audio is actually working, because I'm not wearing my headphones. So if you can hear me and you're watching this, please let me know. Could you imagine if this whole time my audio was not working? It should be working. But you know, the trip was good. Otherwise, we went to a lot of different places. And Japan is a beautiful country that I think everyone should visit if they can. You know, people keep asking me like, what was my favorite and my least favorite city to visit? You know, honestly, Kyoto was like absolutely beautiful. It was a beautiful, beautiful city. Wonderful, great people. It's just over tourismed, unfortunately. So there's just so many people there, and I included to that number. So I would say if you know Kyoto banned tourism overall, it probably would be a better good for the people who live there. So it's just even more so than any other city we went to. Kyoto specifically was just so packed, and it did detract from the natural beauty around us and you know the nice things. So I would say if you're going to Japan, go to Kyoto, but you don't need to spend 5 days there. Do a day, see what you can, and then you'll notice it's just so many people. We found the best times were the times where we were not in big cities, so we were mostly just kind of hanging around, going to different random small cities. Those were the best because that's when you really get to see real parts of countries where you're not in areas where all the tourists are. You're in places where no one really speaks English. There's no really good tourism, maybe not even good public transport because you're so far out. Those were really the most memorable moments, I think. So I think next time we go, which might not be for a while, but next time we go, I think we're going to pretty much stick to the smaller cities. And I think we really want to go to North Japan, which is like Hokkaido and like Sapporo, you know, that part of it is very cold, very different vibe, very small town, because everyone just goes to Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka. So I'd really love to go elsewhere. But it was all great. You know, I think no matter where you go, it's all gonna be good. Let me double check something. How do I check this? But you know, we're back home now, and it's good to be back home, and it's good to you get a forlornness when you leave vacation, right? It's because you have to get back to real life, back to work, and back to just not eating out every single meal, right? Muhammad, I don't know, I can't see you. Good to join, man. We just started. How's it going, man? Yeah, I just started the stream, so waiting for people to come in. So we're just hanging out right now. If you have any tech questions, feel free to ask. Muhammad says, I love your vids. Thank you. Muhammad, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for watching. As I was saying earlier, this time is just dedicated to hanging out with y'all, talking to people, answering any questions y'all have. So good to see you're here. Good to see that you are enjoying the videos. I think we'd get more people in if I changed the title. It was supposed to be a joke. And I think people are like, oh, I don't want to watch him assemble toys. This is mostly just like a study hall, like we're just hanging out. So maybe I'll change the live. It's also on Friday, and I think a lot of people are busy on Friday. Blind Tech, Jonathan, what's up, man? Good to see you. How's it going? But yeah, Fridays are pretty busy for people. Most people are actually doing stuff, so I wanted to try it, see if people like a Friday stream. Also, this might be when WAN show is on, so I might be conflicting with them. I don't know. They're stealing all the viewers, but that's cool. I don't care. Whether this stream has 1 viewer, 2 viewers, or 100 viewers, you know, it's all good. As long as the conversation is free flowing and people are having a good time, I'm having a good time. Right now, we're just hanging out, chatting, recapping my my Japan trip. Blind Tech says he was not affected by Hurricane Milton, but thankfully, you were affected by Hurricane Milton, but thankfully you're not in the red hurricane path. Okay, that's good, man. Hope everyone's okay down there. Yeah, I hope you're all right. I know people from outside the U.S. Have been messaging me asking if I'm okay because they don't really know much about U.S. geography. But I'm also in a part that's affected by hurricanes, but thankfully we're not affected by Hurricane Milton. So I hope you and your family are all right. JG Wright says WAN is live. Oh, okay. Also my Oshi IW is also my Oshi is live too, but I did stop by. Gotcha. I don't know who Oshi is, but cool. Thanks, JG Wright. Good to see you, man. Yeah. I thought I don't know. I feel like people who would watch me don't watch WAN show. I don't know. Like, I just thought it wouldn't be that big a difference, but it's all good. We're hanging out. Maybe next time. I think I really want to just pick Monday and Tuesday for streams because it seems like nobody does those days. Blind Tech says no damages at my house other than some damage at some parts of my fence and one foundation piece of my house has popped off. Other than that, there's no major damage here at my house. That's good, man. And as long as y'all are safe, that's all that matters. Yeah, that's not too bad. We had a tornado come through our area in March, I think, or May or something. And that, man, it was only for about 20 minutes, but it absolutely like devastated my community. Like no power for like many days and no internet for a while. And it's crazy what a 20-minute little thing can completely destroy a neighborhood. Like every fence was down, trees were falling. Like it was just an insane 20 minutes. We didn't even know it was coming. We were just kind of blind to it. But I'm glad everyone's safe. Glad you guys are good. I know Florida has a lot of people, and it just seems like there's hurricanes going back and forth over, just kind of taking turns with Florida at the moment. No power, internet, sadly, but my dad did connect a generator on my house. Okay, cool. That's that makes sense. I'm glad y'all are safe, man. Truly, that's I know how tough it can be coming from somewhere where we have hurricanes as well. So it really sucks. And then you start rethinking, why do I even live in a place with that? So it's you either live in a hurricane path or you live where it's snow 24/7 and dealing with that. And few places exist that are the perfect place to live. But I know what you mean. But talking about before y'all joined in, we were talking about my Japan trip. I did a live stream from there. That was kind of funny, just because it was just kind of just me walking around Tokyo. I was very sweaty, but it was still pretty fun. And it was a really good time. Can't wait to go back. But we might go to Taiwan before then. We've been looking at different trips to do for next year. Jonathan says, it's been 2 days that my Spectrum internet doesn't work and power company hasn't provided any power just yet. Yeah, sorry, man. 2 days, not that bad. I've seen some people who they got hit in like the Carolinas. They still don't have power after like 2 weeks. Like, hopefully it comes up quicker. You can't have my setup and my system's PC set running at the same time. Some of the lights that's even running at the same time when running on a generator though. Yeah, if y'all running a generator, don't waste power running a gaming PC. Play on your phone or something. But yeah, I know what you mean, man. If you are running on a generator, that means you're running on gas, so that's pretty funny to burn through gas to play Space Marine at 4K or whatever. But I'm glad y'all are at least trying to have some fun and staying safe and everything. Glad y'all have a generator. That's nice. I've never had a generator. We just kind of deal with it. Oh yeah, you're on your phone. Phone is fine. Play on your phone. That's fun. It just, yeah, using your AT&T service. It'd just be funny if like y'all are running on a generator and you and your siblings are like playing on your gaming PCs, burning through power, and your parents have to go get gas and fill everything up. But hope all my viewers, hope people are watching. If you're watching the VOD, hope you're doing okay. Hope everyone is safe. I know it can be pretty tough out there. I'm trying to think what happened in the news this week of tech-wise. I know the 5090 and the 5080 kind of confirmed that they're not going to get fully announced until CES, which is in January. That's a lot longer than I think people expected. I think people expected it to get announced this month and released for the holiday season. So they are delaying it just a little bit, which is fine. Most people aren't buying the high-end stuff anyway, but that usually means that the stuff later also gets pushed down. So people who are waiting for, a 5070 or 5060 are gonna have to wait for 6 to 9 months or something. Mr. C&D, what's up, man? Good to see you. Always love for you to come by. One of the few people with sense in my comment section sometimes. How's it going, man? I hope my power company for my house gives us power before my parts arrive for my next PC flip. Yeah, sure, but a low priority. To make your extra $100, y'all are burning through hundreds of dollars worth of gas. You know what I mean? So it's like, hope it comes on so y'all save money in the long run and get back to life faster and get back to just trying to pretend all the horrible things didn't happen. So I know what you mean though. Especially, I mean, is the mail even running? If the power is out and it's that bad, I'm surprised mail is even being delivered. That'd be crazy. That was the weird part about ours. During the tornado we had, it was only 20 minutes and devastated everything so bad, but I don't think anyone got hurt. So it was just like a week or two of like recovery, but everyone's fine. And so it's just weird that like the mail was out the next day, and like I mean businesses that had power were open and they were fine. Like, and then like, you know, a couple miles away from our area, everything was normal. No one even knew about the tornado. It was just life was going on. So we had this like microcosm of like devastation in our area, and it was very weird. So we would travel like 5 miles down the road to go to like a restaurant and charge our phones and stuff, and they're just like going along life is normal. And I'm like, man, where we live, it's like the apocalypse. 5 miles that way, 10 kilometers that way, it's like devastation. But here it's like, you know, life is good. I don't like to live in an area that has tornadoes common. Yeah, I don't think anyone does. Luckily, they're not super common, but yeah, any kind of natural disasters like hurricanes or tornadoes, obviously, would love to stay away from it. Nowhere has perfect weather, unfortunately. People will say, oh yeah, California does. Like, California has good weather, but they also deal with earthquakes, fires, mudslides. I mean, they deal with tons of stuff that is natural disaster and man-made disasters, but it just kind of happens. It's hard to get away from it, unfortunately. I can't think of a place that is perfect, especially in America. And then in the north, where they don't have hurricanes, it's way cold, there's less population, there's less people, so there's few places that are perfect. You'd like to live in an area that does not have common natural disasters? Yes, we all would. But it's hard. There's few places that are like perfect for that. You know what I mean? I'm trying to lean back, but I'm not in scene. Let me set my chair. Nope, that's too far now. Here? All right, that's better. Yeah, I know what you mean. We all would love that. We all would love to not have natural disasters. Oh my God, my wall is very messy right now. This is 2 IKEA pegboards next to each other with a bunch of 3D printed stuff to hold tools and cables and stuff. I didn't realize how messy it is. And then over here we've got a pretty ugly backdrop. That's a can of paint right there, tape dispenser, PC box. This is what the office looks like whenever I'm mid-cycle of videos. It's just stuff is all over the place. I'm not like making sure this is cleaned up because I use these every day. I just put it back on the wall. I didn't realize how bad it looks. That's a tripod. Why is there a tripod right there? Oh man, I shaved the side of my fade here all the way down because it was getting too warm. I kind of regret it. Makes me look weird because the top is blonde, but I went around all the edge and now it matches my facial hair. Guys, I think I want a 5090. I think I want to buy a 5090. And I think they're going to be expensive. But here's the thing. If I had bought a 4090 on release date 2 years ago for $1,600, people are still buying 4090s to this day 2 years later for $1,600, sometimes more. So I could have bought a 4090, enjoyed it for 2 years, and then sold it for what, $1,500, $1,600, basically the same price, maybe just eat the tax a little bit. I feel like that's a pretty good deal for 2 years. Now, you don't know, and I think a similar thing happened with the 3090 because of crypto though. So it's kind of not the same thing. But what if, me too, I want a 5090 too. Yeah, we all want 5090s. We all want 5090s. But it's kind of a gamble to buy one. I'm thinking like, you know, if I buy one at release, it will stay the same price pretty much throughout its life. And I'm only basing that off of the 4090 with the rise of AI. But I don't know if that's going to keep going. You know, you can't predict the future in 2 years. A lot of people have been doing that where they'll say, well, based on what happened in the past, but things with like COVID and the crypto booms and AI and all that stuff, you know, you can't really guess that that's going to happen again. So it's a gamble. But I've never owned a video card as intense as like a 5090. I've never owned the top tier. I would say that the highest card I've owned in its what's that called? In its generation, probably was a 1080 Ti, which at the time was quite good. I mean, it's still good, but at the time it was like the top, right? I also owned a 3080 at one point, but I think a 1080 Ti was more powerful at the time compared to a 3080. What is my current GPU? Right now, I'm just using an RTX 3060, kind of in a medium ground in between GPUs, because I'm waiting to see what's coming out next generation. So in my PC right now, it's just an RTX 3060, and I'm kind of waiting to see what happens. But you know, I'm always, as a creator, I always have cards coming in and out, just testing different things, benchmarking things. So it's like, while the 3060 is permanently in there, it gets replaced a lot for like a week or two to just test some things, and then, you know, things come in and out. It's hard to, you know. So, but I would say, yeah, the 3060. So anything newer than that's obviously going to be better. But having like a really top tier GPU sounds fun. I have a 2060. I want to wait for the next gen. Nice. Yeah. The 2060 was a good card too. It's hard. I mean, we don't know. You know, no one knows what they're going to announce. I'm surprised they haven't announced it yet. It's October. Usually by now we would hear about what's coming out, and I'm surprised we haven't. Hold on, I need my iced coffee. Yeah, I got my decaf iced coffee. Is this focusing? Focus. Turn off autofocus, turn on autofocus. There we go. I think it's having a hard time with the mic. Maybe if I hit global instead of face, maybe that'll help. I sold an RTX 3060 PC for $700 locally in 2 days. Cool. It's pretty good, I think. I don't know. There's a lot of PC flipping content these days, especially from smaller creators. I've seen. I get a ton of video recommendations on my YouTube feed that are from like very new creators with, you know, 50 to 500 views, and that's encouraging to see. Always love to see new creators out there. Mr. C&D says, I'm thinking about upgrading my 1070 to a 3060. Thoughts? That's a big jump. The 3060, I love the 3060, man. I truly love the 3060. I think especially used for, you know, $175 to $200 is like such a good value. It's got 12 gigs of VRAM. It's got entry-level ray tracing, which I would never use, but it's there. What CPU are you pairing it with? 3060 is not that hard to run. I think if you're using a 1070, as long as you're not using like a CPU from 10 years ago, I think you'll be okay. 3060 is surprisingly low powered. I just ordered PC parts from AliExpress for the first time. Hope it goes well when it comes. Cool, man. Why not? It absolutely will. Oh, a 5600? Yeah, dude. A 5600, a 3060? Absolutely. You can sell... I can't remember if you're in the States, Mr. Sandy, but if you are, you can sell your 1070 for like $80, I think. PSU is $550. That's fine. You don't have to upgrade anything else. Everything that you're saying sounds fine. Sell your 1070 for $80. Buy a 3060 for like $200 on the high end. Don't pay more than $200, I'd say. That's like around there. $200, and then so that's like what, a $130 upgrade. That's a good deal. You're going to be getting tons of frames. The 5600 and the 3060 is like a match made in heaven, and you can enable what's the resize bar in AMD called? 4G decoding or something. You can put that together and get some good synergy. I wouldn't pay more than $190 for 3060. It just depends on your local market, really. It's hard to say. Some markets, I see people saying they get tons of good deals. My market sucks. Like I don't, I can't buy anything for a good deal. Everyone's my Facebook Marketplace. I'm totally done with it. I hate it. It is. I don't know if everyone in my neighborhood all just decided to start watching dropshipping content, but basically all they do is try to resell. So there's like thousands of people in my area who just message everyone and lowball you. So if you have a monitor up for $200, you'll probably get like 100 messages saying they'll give you $50 for it, and that's it. They have no interest of actually buying it. They just want to resell it. So it's like, it's exhausting. Thanks for the input. Yeah, dude. Anytime, anytime. Oh, look, I forgot. I even put y'all's chat on screen. I forgot that I did that. See, I'm working on it. I'm a streamer, big streamer. I like this camera. It's just having a hard time focusing. Usually it's pretty good. Just paid $192 and some change for an MSI 3060. Cool. Yeah. And then you got to think about tax, and creators don't really talk about tax because tax is different no matter where you are, or it could be non-existent. But when talking personally, I try to include tax. So like obviously in a video, I'm not going to include tax, but if someone personally is coming to me, I'm like, yeah, what's your budget? 200. Okay. Is that 200 with tax, or is it more like 240 with tax or something? You know what I mean? But there's a lot of different things to do. Let me turn this on. I am surrounded by lights. There we go. Because I want to check out these toys I bought. So when I was in Japan, I bought a ton of things, and we can still sit here and talk about, answer any questions you'll have, but I also want to check these out. Oh, these I did not buy in Japan, but I still like them nonetheless. Let's see if it focuses. Oh yeah, tons of reflections. If you notice, these aren't the real cards. These are show replicas, because this is what it looks like in the show, or in the English show at least. Obviously in Japanese it looks a little different, but in the English version of the show, this is what the cards look like. So I've got all three. I'm basically Yugi. All right, let me see if this works. Let's go over this. This one should be easy. If y'all are any Digimon fans, I know Matt Miller is. This is Metal Garurumon from Digimon, and this is part of the Gunpla series, which if you're familiar with Gunpla, you kind of assemble it yourself. But this is a very thin box, and generally thin boxes mean that it's like just a few pieces to snap together. It should take like 5 minutes. So I think it should be very, very simple, but it is still kind of fun that you get to assemble it yourself. Okay, let's see. Will this work? Whoa, we did it. Oh, it's a very bright. Let me see. I can fix that. That's a little too reflected. Is that over here? Yeah. I can fix that. We can fix that. Boom. I'm trying to, this is all on my desk, so I'm like trying to make room. Boom. Wow, that looks pretty good. And if you notice, this is backwards. That's because my camera's flipped upside down. Or no, in the wrong direction. Yeah, upside down. And so I just have the image flipped. So yes, the text is going to be backwards, but trust me, it's better than having it upside down. Kilowatt Avenue says, use 3060 or new 6650 XT to pair with an i3 12100 for 1080p gaming. Great question. Are they the same price? Yeah, for a second I thought your arrow keys were on the left. Yeah. No, it's the camera. Are they the same price, Kilowatt? Because if they are the same price, yes, the 6650 XT absolutely. Which actually the 6650 XT was on sale for Prime Day yesterday for $200, so that would have been a great pickup. It's back up to $250 now, so you might have to wait. But if they're the same price, if there's like somewhere else to buy it from, The 6650 XT is slightly stronger than the 3060 in a lot of ways, but you're not going to get the NVENC encoder. You're not going to get those NVIDIA streaming and recording stuff and encoders. I believe they're around the same. I haven't looked for specific listings. Okay. Well, if it's the same price, I would go with the 6650 XT. If the 3060 is more, no. If it's the same price, 6650 XT. If it's 10 to 20% cheaper, I would buy the 3060. It's not worth paying more for the 6650 XT, but if it's the same price, yeah. That's a great card. Matt Miller, I knew you would come in here. I clickbaited you with the Digimon. I knew for a fact. I said, this is for you. How's it going, man? Wine Tech bought 4 ID cooling cookers for 15 bucks each. Nice. Good deal, good deal. Let's see. Oh, okay, this is a little bit more than I thought. I thought this was going to be a very simple put together. It's still pretty simple compared to some of the Gunpla stuff is like really complicated. Oh my gosh. Is this even interesting for content? I knew it, but I clicked anyway because I'm a sucker for Digimon. Dude, nice. Okay. I have not put together one of these in a long time, so I don't even know if I can finish this in the stream time. I'm not going to sit here for hours. Oh my gosh. And if you notice, they don't put any instructions. It's like putting together IKEA furniture. Kilowatt Avenue says, I would probably be looking for a 3070, but I only have a 550 bronze right now. A 550 bronze would work with a 3070. That's fine. You can get 3070s. I would say buy it for like 250 used. If you have a little more money, a 3070 for 250 used is a great deal. Any less would be an amazing deal. Wear Blue Eyes. Here, Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes, I really want to put this one together. It's just a much bigger box, and I don't know if we're gonna have time for it. So I'm hoping we will, but I don't want to start it and then not finish it, because then people would get Blue Eyes, Blue Balls. But this should be good. Yu-Gi-Oh's the bomb too. Yeah, Matt, you weren't here for this, but I'll show off my new my new cards that are show replicas. So basically I have all 3, so no one can defeat me. The Blue Eyes is nostalgia from my childhood. Me too, man. Neato. I have a 37 in my main build for 240. Nice. Good deal. I really need to repaste it, I think, because it gets up to 90 auto load. Yeah, that's pretty high. I'd repaste it. Okay, have y'all ever put one of these together? I have not in a very long time. And I'm worried it's more of like a focus-based thing. I thought I could do this while on stream, and hopefully I can. So, my goodness. Look, they already have half of it built within the first... Maybe I'm overthinking this. It's just a lot of pieces. Yeah, it's 2 pages. Like, what would be the problem? Okay. So first, I'm glad it's coming up on camera. Nice. Oh, but everything's backwards. Sorry, guys. Okay. It says build 2 sets. Okay, B1 and B2 18. So should I just open all these then? Get them all out of the plastics at first? Obviously don't snip them, but it seems like I need to go back and forth between them. And if y'all just got here, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. I picked up all of these when I was in Japan recently, and so I need to get them assembled. I've been kind of lazy about it. Except for the Metal Greymon. I bought that here a long time ago. But it too has just been sitting there for like over a year. And I'm just like, I just need to do it. And pretty soon I have to paint a Warhammer army, so I want to get these done before that starts. It's just hard for me because whenever I have free time, I would rather play a video game. You know what I mean? Like, I ordered 9 Instapacks for $21. That's a good deal. I'm going to try some Kilowatt Avenue says, I'm going to try to sell some PCs on Java in the near future as well. Nice. Yeah, Java's great. Java is actually a new sponsor of the channel. Their ads have not gone live yet, but I'm working with them. So they're going to sponsor some videos soon, which is cool. Hold on. We have a visitor. We got a visitor real quick, guys. Y'all might recognize him from some of the videos. This is our overly friendly cat. What? This is Brownie. Not because he's brown, he's actually black. It's Brownie like the food. He gets in on all of the videos in one way or another when I'm shooting B-roll. I'm sure y'all have recognized him. Hey. What? Alright, he doesn't want to be held right now. I'm hoping to build my first PC soon. Cool, man. That's exciting. The first build is always the most exciting. Okay, I got these. I need B1. This is B1. I need C1. It looks like C is here. Yes. What else I need? I need A1. Okay. I think if I can pop out A1, I should be good and I can get started. A1. Oh, let me get this on the other one. Might be. Here we go. So I need A1. So should I just twist these out, or should I use my little clippies? I guess if I want a clean cut, I should use the clippies, right? If I mess this up, I'm not too upset. I can figure a way. I think loyal Gunpla people are watching this going crazy, but I think technically you're supposed to like sand down rough parts after the cut because it does kind of jut out afterwards. But that's okay. We're just hanging out. Kilowatt Avenue says, I built my first the other day. Actually, I've upgraded PCs before, but it's always been working before. Gotcha. So that's like your first fresh build. That's cool. Irandemonium is thinking about building his first PC, and they have only about 300 right now, trying to save up and switch from console, hoping after Christmas time. Hey, that's a good plan. I think that's having a game plan for like saving and thinking about the future and saying like, well, after this, maybe after Christmas time, I'll have some presents, I'll have some money, and I can build it then, and that would be very cool. So that's exciting, man. Very, very, very exciting. Okay, so this is A1, and that's just A1. So I need B1 and B2, which I think are the feet, right? Yes, B1, B2. So it seems like most of this is like just cutting. It's like cutting the pieces out is probably what takes the longest, and then snapping it together is not that difficult. But also talking on stream, it's probably gonna make it take 3 times as long. So if I go silent, just tell me. B1, B2. This is B1. B1 18. Okay, so I guess this whole thing is B1. Then I have to find 18 on it. It's kind of dark. This is 18? This little tiny piece? Okay. I guess I will cut accordingly. Do I need glue? Is this a glue one? I have some glue, but I was not prepared for that. I thought this was going to be a snap-on. Kind of hope it's not glue. Kilowatt says, I'm bidding on a whole pallet of old Dell PCs. 12 of them. If I put some low profile 10 pieces in there, I could probably resell for a bit of profit on marketplace. They look to be between 4th and 8th gen Intel. You know, for someone who just built their first PC, I'm surprised you're already buying pallets of PCs. That's kind of going pretty deep, isn't it? Shouldn't you start kind of slow? Maybe do 1 or 2 PCs before buying an entire pallet. It's really hard to sell those kind of Dell PC flips these days. It was during COVID, you could easily sell that kind of thing. These days, people don't want that. So just be careful before you go all in on a pallet of PCs, you know what I mean? Just be careful. C1, C2. Okay. So, is this gonna, yeah, we need to put that little piece into that piece. Why? Is that necessary? Oh, okay, I see it. Will this focus? Yeah. So it is, okay, I don't think it's glue. Boom. 1 part done. Right now the max bid is $25, so an amazing deal. Okay, just make sure you have the space for it. Is that with shipping? I have to cut the other feet too. Yeah, that's like those Dell PCs. It seems like they're like, yeah, it's such an easy flip. You just buy them and then you literally no money. Yep. Are we back? Did I disconnect? Can y'all see this? Let's see. Oh, we back? We back? Let me know if y'all can see this. I think we just disconnected for a little bit. Yeah, I think we're back. Type Digimon if you can see this. It's a local auction, so there's no shipping. Okay, just be careful, my guy. I don't know how old you are. I just see a lot of Digimon. Thank you, Matt. Yeah, we got disconnected for a second there. My the 10 gig NIC in my computer has been disconnecting randomly lately. I have to check. I don't know what's going on with it. I'm hoping it's not overheating or something. All right, we're doing the feet of Metal Garurumon. I think I can just click this together. Hey, we got our feet. I just got to clean off this part. Yeah, I don't really PC flip anymore. I just got so tired of dealing with people on Facebook Marketplace and having to deal with lowballers and people who don't know how to use computers. I don't know, it's a lot of effort for not a lot of money, and I don't feel like charging more because I don't want to like scam people. So I haven't been doing it. But shout out to anyone who is. Look at that. Hey, we got our feet, guys. First step. Done. That wasn't that bad. All right. We are on our way. It's going to take a while. But I'm glad y'all are all here, and I hope y'all are having a great Friday. I know this is the riveting content you signed up for, to watch a grown man play with his toys. But I truly do appreciate everyone who's here. And I'm kind of glad less people are here, so we can actually hang out. You know, have y'all seen people who have like 10,000 like watchers? You can't talk to any of them. You can't have a conversation with 10,000 people. Like, that's just impossible. Like, I don't know. Matt Miller says, I'm no longer flipping PCs. Is it for a similar reason, Matt? Or what's your reason? I could probably sell them at like $150 and still make quite a lot of profit if they work. Yeah, it's just a lot of work. It's just like, I don't know. And then having to actually sell them and like put them up and like deal with people for like what, well, percentage wise might be a lot of money, but like in the end, it's, I don't know. Like maybe I'm just bored of it. I mean, I'm happy for you. I hope it goes well. Because that would be great to get some extra cash. Or if this is your main thing, that'd be even more fantastic. just personally, I can't do it anymore. That's why I made a flipping video like a year ago, I think, or 6 months ago. And I said in the video I'm gonna make more, but that was a lie because I just don't enjoy it anymore. And I don't like flipping content. Matt says, yeah, it's just not worth it. I will only sell what I use for my channel, but more for just trying to break even or very small loss. That's pretty much where I'm at. Yeah. So I wouldn't even call that flipping though, right? That's just selling your old stuff, right? So like pretty much I don't flip things outside of the channel. I sell what I have to sell and that's about it. Turn the parts. I don't know what that means. C16. Where's 666? This tiny little piece? I really done. Oops. It's okay, man. But yeah, if y'all are into PC flipping, more power to you. More power to you. I just personally can't do it anymore. And I certainly don't want to make any flipping content. Mostly because a lot of the viewers are teenagers. And it's starting to feel like PC flipping on YouTube is like drop shipping for nerds, where it's like people promising teenagers they're gonna make a ton of money. And it's like, I saw so many comments of people saying, like teenagers, like saying, I bought all these parts and I can't get them to sell. Like, I'm worried. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to encourage people like worried that they can't sell or pretend that it's like a huge profit. Like, it's one thing if it's adults. Adults can handle it. I don't care about adults. But whenever it's like teenagers, and that's primarily who watches. Oh my God. Okay. Hopefully the disconnect stopped. I just saw it again. It happened. Sorry, bros. Y'all know the drill. If you can hear me, you gotta say Digimon. Thank you, Matt. Oh, I can't even pronounce your name. I'm sorry. I got RX 6700 XT for 220. Is that a good deal? I think that's a pretty good deal. If you're in America, I think that's a pretty good deal. Why not? To me, a 6700 XT that is for like 250 or less is like a pretty good deal. Yeah, I think that's absolutely solid. It's not like run all the way to the bank, you scammed someone type of good deal, but that is a very good deal. So congrats. And that's a great card. The 6700 XT is a banger card. Like it's just so much power for what you get. I'm surprised they haven't gone down in price, because the 3070s coming down to a 250. I thought that would make 6700 XTs go down in price, because if I was choosing between a 3070 and a 6700 XT and they were the same price, I would probably choose a 3070. So I thought like maybe that would force the price of used 6700 XTs down, which, I mean, if you got it for 220, that means it did. But I feel like they've been holding for a long time. Same with 3080s. I feel like RTX 3080s were $400 used for like 2 years. Like, it's just crazy. Like, and now we're finally seeing them go down to like 380 a little bit, kind of, which is better, but it's not as much as I thought after 2 years. And the reason that happens is because when the new NVIDIA cards are so expensive, they have no effect on the old NVIDIA cards. That's why. So basically, if you're competing with a 3080 with, you know, a 4070, the 4070 is so expensive, it's not even the same realm as 3080 when it first came out. Sales have gone down a little bit, but so it kept the 3080 afloat. The new stuff needs to be in line with the old stuff so we can get some more discounts. Okay. Can y'all even see this paper? Right hind leg. Backwards for y'all. I will read. Right hind leg. Connect these two pieces, 11 and 12, with, what is that? Oh, okay. That middle part is the B1 with the C1. Turn the parts. B116. Did I already cut that? Oh, no, it's right here. That's it. Matt Miller says, I have this bad problem where I spend too much money because I like to change my mind all the time. Yeah. Me too, man. I will like reconfigure my desk over and over because I just change my mind constantly. Like I just look at it and I go, man, I liked this and now I hate it. Like I know what you mean. The 4090 is such a bad deal, says Kilowatt Avenue, when it's not much faster than the 4080 Super for often double the price. I mean, it is much faster than the 4080 Super. It might not be double faster, but if you look at any benchmarks, the 4090 is considerably faster than the 4080 Super. I know it doesn't look like it whenever you look at stats because you're like 120 FPS to 140 FPS. Like, what is that? Whatever, 20 FPS doesn't matter to me, which is fine, but it's like that's a considerable amount when it's looking at percentages. I'm not saying it's worth it, but for some people who want like the best of the best, no matter what, they will pay for it. You know what I mean? So to them, it's not about whether it's a good deal or not. It's the fact that they're leaving power on the table. And when they have that kind of money, these are the types of people who want the best no matter what, or they're making money with it. Right? If you own a business, or if you're a creator or something, or you use your 4090 in a way that is not just playing games for fun, it could be absolutely worth it. But it really just depends. I wouldn't say it's a bad deal. I would say it's just expensive, man. Like it's just an expensive card. But every card has its own kind of use case. I think a lot of people they hate on the 4060. Like they watched all those YouTube reviews saying, oh, it's a waste of sand. And it's like, well, it's not. Everything has its use cases and it's a little bit expensive, but that doesn't mean the card itself is bad. It's just kind of overpriced. And it's come down in price since then, especially used. You can get a 4060 now for like $230 used. I think that's like the cheapest I bought one for, and for $230 it's not that bad if you want certain Nvidia stuff with it. And then everyone will always say buy a used 3070. It's like, but then you don't get frame generation and it's hotter and it runs more power. So it's like it just depends on who you are. Not everything is purely about like price to performance or how many frames it can push. There's like so many other reasons to buy something. Matt Miller said, I wanted a 4080 Super, the white RG Strix, but they were selling out so much on launch, and a white 4090 randomly came back in stock. So now I have a 4090. Oh my gosh. I didn't know you had a 4090. That's awesome, man. Are you enjoying it? I know you went to AMD recently for your CPU. Oh, and a white 4090? How much did you pay for that? $1,900? I'm waiting to see the 5090. But, see, this says turn the parts. What does that mean, turn the parts? I cannot turn the parts. It wants me to hide this in 11 and 12. Does this go in here? The 4060 was a very bad value at launch. Nowadays, they are quite good value. There are no bad GPUs at the right price. Yeah, pretty much. That's what I'm saying. Like, at launch, it was a bad value. That doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad card. Like, you just need to. They're just. I don't know why. But now the 4060 is the best-selling GPU. It's on. If it's not already, it's on track to be the most popular GPU in the world, mostly through pre-builts and OEMs. But I mean, that's significant. Much like the 3060 before it and the 1060, like that's That's kind of how that's the way it goes. Wait, turn the parts. I still don't get what that means, man. What turn part? I cannot turn the parts. It's hard for me to focus on this and to like let y'all see what I'm doing. I'm waiting to upgrade a 40 series till 50 series is released. I'm going to grab a 48 Super as they start to come down unless the 5080 is a good price. Yeah, that's a good strategy. I think they will come down in price. I don't see why they wouldn't. Oh, this goes in here. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Oh, and then this goes in there. So we got this on this side. And this slides in here, right? Yeah, we've got it. It fits. Will it focus? It will focus. Look at that. We got it. And we put this part over it. Gung, gung, gung. Boom, 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 boom. I got the idea for the 600 XT from your $500 PC build, so thanks you. Cool, man. That's awesome. I am super happy to have shown you the light. The 6700 XT. And what's funny is that in that video, I'm pretty sure I use a 4060. But a 6700 XT is a fantastic card. And it's all about what you're using it for, what your budget is, what are your needs. You know what I mean? So happy to have helped. Rad Robot, what's up, man? The 460 was better value in the loss than people give it credit for. Nobody was considering inflation. That is also true, yeah. That's also true. Matt Miller says, I like the 490, but it wasn't really worth it. And I definitely want to go back to Intel for editing. I'll just convert the AM5 into my test bench. You know, Matt, that's what I thought. Whenever you said you were going to AMD, I'm like, but you're a video editor. I thought, and I think I asked you that at the time, and you said it was just like that much more powerful. I think you even thought about it. So is not having QuickSync that much of an issue, even when you're have the best AMD or not the best, one of the best AMD CPUs in the world, and a 4090? Like, is it really worth it to have Intel and QuickSync? Because right now I run a 12700K, which is fine for me. I've had no issues with it, but I just wonder if not having QuickSync is like really that big a deal. There's another part with shredded. Is it not this? So what, this? I need an A5. A5 is red, boys. Where's my A5s? And if I need A5, I probably need an A6, so yeah, I'll need it next. Oh, there it goes. Matt says it's not really that bad. It stutters occasionally, but it's been smoother than I was afraid it was going to be. I see. Let me see. Okay. So, I'm sleepy. It's been a long day. A5. This goes into this. Okay, right, like that. No, the other one. The red goes into these. So there's like a shin. I think this is for the hind legs, right? So this goes here. Yeah, that clicks in. And then this middle part. Wait, what was the point of that then? This goes here. Nani? Oh, does it go down here? Oh. Okay. No. It's gonna be this one. Right? Guys, is this entertaining to you? Is this what y'all want? Y'all want to watch me assemble toys? Look, I don't have a computer to build every week, alright? Hey, look! We built a leg! You are watching this in real time. Look at that. It's a leg. Does this go in? Matt Miller says, I think I mainly just need to get a NAS. I have a 22 terabyte hard disk drive connected via drive bay, and for some reason that drastically affects my boot time. It doesn't really make sense to me. That's interesting. Yeah, a NAS is super helpful. I will say, luckily I had a NAS before I even started creating content. It wasn't, you know, super fast NAS, but just having offsite storage is super helpful, to the point where now how I do it is that all of my footage goes directly onto the NAS, and I just edit directly from that over 10 gig, and which has been super helpful. So if my computer crashes or anything, I don't lose any of the data, nothing disappears. That's been super cool, and not having to bog down my machine with all the storage. Yeah, NAS is nice. I don't know if it's 100% necessary, but it's very nice to do, obviously. C212. Did I already cut it? Yeah, I must have. So where is it? It's saying I should have it. C11, C212. Am I going crazy? Another check the VOD for this piece? Guys, are you all hiding stuff from me? If y'all are hiding from me, I'm gonna be very, very upset. It's my phone. So I'm supposed to have two pieces that look like this, but I don't have them. C11, C12, so the left leg. But I already cut it. That's what I'm confused about. Oh, is there a C1 and a C2? Is that what's going on here? I guess I didn't cut it. Ah, yes. Oops. There's two of these. And there they are. See? Can it focus? I like the autofocus. It's actually working today. Usually it doesn't. Yeah, NAS is super nice to have for anyone. Even if you're not a content creator, guys. If you have the means to make a secondary computer be an offsite for your data, it's super helpful, because if things break, you're not going to lose your data, and it's nice to have a secondary computer to do stuff that you want offloaded from your main rig. So like, let's say you're downloading a very large file overnight, but you don't want your gaming PC to run all night. You can let your second server do it, turn off your main computer, or tons of other stuff. So I just do not know how to build a NAS, so I'm thinking about getting a Ugreen pre-made NAS. Cool, yeah. I actually tested the Ugreen pre-made NASs. They're pretty good. They're very simple. So if you're someone who doesn't like really want to get into NASs, you know, because that's like a whole another world, home lab server thing. If you just want something that works, any of those off-the-shelf NASs and like Synology, Ugreen, Zima, they're all going to be pretty good, pretty much no matter what. Yeah, not everyone wants to get deep into the sauce of the home lab. I can certainly respect that. Is this B2? I need B216. No, this is B1. This is B2. I'm also very interested in the Ugreen app that you can use for cloud storage. Yeah, they allow cloud storage on their devices, which is pretty nice. I personally have not found a need to have cloud storage, because there's rarely a time where I need to access files from the access my own files from the cloud while I'm not at home, because I don't want to access my footage on the cloud. I don't really have a need for that. But if you have a really good need for it, it is super helpful to have access to your own personal cloud. I do have some stuff backed up in the cloud, but it's not really for like quick access. It's more for just like backup purposes. Like what kind of stuff would you need on your cloud? But that also might be just because I don't get out much. Like I wasn't video editing when I was in Japan. Oh, it's good. Okay. We're still working on the legs. I know this looks like a pile of trash, guys. It's coming along, I promise. And I can even remember how to do this part. I've got it memorized. Wait, it says turn. It still says it. Come on. Oh, I think it doesn't want that bottom part. Does it want that up? I can't remember what I did on that one. Here, I'm gonna switch it just in case. Okay. Get that, and then we get these two shredded parts. And we slide this bad boy in. Is this riveting content, guys? I don't know. Probably the last time I do this. It's just hard to do both. It's hard to focus on something. It's hard enough to build a computer on string. I've been thinking it would be nice to have all my family photos, videos since my mom was bored. We have a lot. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. People like to have their photos backed up to the cloud in case they want to show them. That I do have backed up, but I pay for a cloud storage provider for that. Just because it's more convenient, but yeah, that's true. That's true. Wait, oh, this goes up. Yes. Now this guy goes over this. We click it together. Oh. Wait, is that right? Yep. Clicky clicky. And then we get these two pieces together. I'm paying for iCloud right now. Nice. We have iCloud for my wife and our parents, so they all share a small cloud storage because I don't want to take on the personal responsibility of cloud storage for that many people. Does it go this way? But personally, I have my cloud provider through Proton Mail just because I really like their how they operate and stuff. But I also have like email through them, VPN. I have a bunch of stuff through them, so it just kind of made sense. But iCloud's good too. Okay, I guess this is it. I hope the lesson, because we have 2 legs. It took 30 minutes to get to this point. 2 legs and 2 feet. I'm thinking it's gonna speed up now. Is this the direction they're supposed to go in? Yeah. Yes, that is it. Because look, if you see the red and the color are facing the right direction, and that's how it is here too. The red and the color. Okay. This is neato. Let's see. I just want Metal Garurumon on my stand. All right, let's see. We did this part. We need C29 so we can connect these pieces. All right, y'all might get buffering. I don't know. I think it's not disconnecting right now, but it seems YouTube's yelling at me saying it's slowing down. Sorry. I really don't know what's wrong with my NIC because my internet doesn't disconnect. I think it's just the NIC in my computer. Hopefully it's not overheating, but I truly don't know. C29. Matt Miller says, I do have a question about the NAS. Okay. So if I have a 22 terabyte NAS that already has like 4 terabyte worth of stuff on it, am I going to need a different 22 terabytes to start my NAS with? So you said you have a 22 terabyte NAS. Do you mean you have a 22 terabyte hard drive, or do you already have a NAS? So how it works is generally yes. Generally, if you want to put your data on the drive, yeah, you meant hard drive. Okay. Generally, if you want to put your data on your NAS, whether it be Ugreen, TrueNAS, Unraid, they want to format the hard drive that you're putting in to get it ready for whatever format they're using. So generally, you can't slide in data that's already on a hard drive. You're gonna have to move that data to like an external hard drive or another computer. Put the hard drive into the NAS, let it format it, let it do all it needs to do. Then you can move that data over to the drive, or to the NAS, I mean, right? That's generally how it works. They don't want you to just slide in data into the machine because it needs to format it to their style. So what you could do is, yeah, put all that data on an external or your computer or multiple computers or something, you know what I mean? And then move it on over, yeah. Kind of a pain. It is kind of a pain, especially if people who are coming from an external hard drive. So like, let's say they have like a 20 terabyte external hard drive, and then they want to get a NAS. It's like, okay, now I need an intermediary. If it's an external, it's okay, because you're not going to put an external. If it's an internal, yes, that's the hard part. But if you have a singular 22 terabyte hard drive, I think you're gonna need to buy another one. So for redundancy, you generally can't just put in a single hard drive. You're gonna need two at the very least, and you're only gonna have 22 terabytes of space if you do that for RAID 1. So yeah, you're gonna need more, and that's expensive. So what a lot of people do is, instead of having, just two 22 terabyte hard drives, they'll have like 5 8 terabyte hard drives or something, right? And then at least they can get access to 4 of those hard drives, and maybe one is for RAID or for Unraid or whatever. Because yeah, for redundancy, you're gonna have to have multiple hard drives of the same size generally. Depending, if you're using the Ugreen one, you're gonna use their system, which I believe uses RAID. So yeah, just be prepared. That's kind of how it works, unfortunately. So you're gonna have to spend more money, have more storage. Well, no, it's not even more storage. It's literally just for redundancy, to make sure if your hard drive ever breaks, all that stuff doesn't go away. It's able to rebuild it. But yeah, you're gonna have to get another hard drive of the same size as your first one. Yeah, kind of annoying, but that is kind of how redundancy works. Okay, C29. Yay! Luckily, the resale value on hard drives is not too bad. If you bought it brand new, you can probably get a good price on it reselling it online. So that might be the play. Maybe you buy a couple of smaller hard drives, put all those in your machine. But it's also going to be faster. So since your NAS isn't going to have to be searching through 22 terabytes all at once for your stuff, having it split up over multiple drives helps search and index a lot faster. And you're not going to be editing from hard drives. It's going to be too slow. This is mostly for backup, so you don't have to worry about that. But the Ugreen NAS and others do allow you to put in NVMe SSDs and on top of what you already have. And then those can be ran in their own RAID configuration. So like, let's say you have two 2 terabyte NVMEs, you can use those as your fast storage, right? And so anything you put on those drives, you probably could edit from, even over a 1 gig network. Even if it's like 4K, you can probably do it just fine over those SSDs. But if you're pulling from a hard drive, yeah, you can kind of edit it from it, but it's not a great experience. You're gonna get tired of it pretty quick. But what I do is, I have my hard drives, which is like kind of my cold storage, as it were. Not really cold, that's a wrong terminology. it's just not my ready. I don't use it all the time. Basically, whenever I have a project, I'll put it on my fast SSDs, leave it there until literally the project is completely done and finished. I've edited everything, it is uploaded, it's good to go. Then I move it from fast storage over to my hard drives because I'm not going to be using it anymore. And so I can still access it later on if I want to, but I don't need it filling up my small NVMe storage. You know what I mean? So it's just, different use cases for what you want to do, but coming from video editor, that's kind of what I do. And the Ugreen NAS allows you to do that kind of thing because it has spots for SSDs. So you'll have two storage, one for slow storage, long-term storage, but you can also put like your media for Plex media if you want. So you can watch movies and TV shows or whatever. You can put those on hard drives and it's no problem. And then just put anything you want really fast. You don't want to have to wait for a hard drive to spin up. You don't want to have to wait. You want to edit directly from it. Using those SSDs, you could certainly do it. But again, it's just more money and more time, and that's just kind of how it goes. Why is this taking so long? Okay, here we go. C2.9. Do I need C2.10? I'm assuming I need C2.10, so I will also clip it. Right now we are putting the feet on to the legs. I pop this bad boy in the joint. Doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, it came out. Well, I guess it is going to come out, but... Matt asks, theoretically, I got the 4-tray one from Ugreen and filled it with all 22 terabyte hard drives. How much total would I have access to? If you're just doing the generic route, you would only be losing one of the hard drives. So you'd have 22 times 3. 66. Yeah, 66 terabytes, which is a lot. That's why I kind of like Unraid. So Unraid, I don't know if it runs on the Ugreen NAS, but Unraid is another operating system that doesn't care if you add new drives to it, because it's not RAID. And so while you still lose one hard drive, you can throw in different sized hard drives whenever you want. So like, let's say I have 4 8 terabyte drives and then one for parity. So, and then I'm like, okay, those 4 hard drives are now full. I need to add another one. I could grab a 4 terabyte or a 20 terabyte, or it's more complicated than that, but basically any size I want, and throw it in, and then it'll just work, which is cool for Unraid. But if you're doing that in like a RAID configuration, they all have to kind of be the same size. So that's like one downside to it. But if you don't really care about that, if you're just buying them all at once, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, you would lose at least one of them, or upwards of 2, depending on how much redundancy you want. But I think just one is fine. Oh, nice, guys, look at that. That's a fully articulating leg. It came out. I think I have to pop it in a little bit further. Or should I have had that part on the bottom anyway? No, then it wouldn't have gone in. This is good enough. We did it, boys. We got a leg. We're about to have 2 legs. Oh crap. Legs and feet. It's already 8:20. Oh my gosh. I really thought I was gonna finish this one in like 10 minutes, because I knew this one was much quicker, but oh my gosh. Could you imagine if I tried to do the Blue Eyes one on stream? I don't even know if I'm gonna finish this one. It's been like an hour. We have 2 legs. It's much more complicated if you're like doing other stuff. Maybe one day I can learn how to do it myself, but I do not have time. Yeah, for sure. It's a hobby. It's like a whole nother hobby. So if I'd say just go with the Ugreen NAS or another NAS storage thing, and they're all good. It's a rabbit hole to get into. Okay, I think we're almost done with. What is this? Complete assembly. Did I skip some pages? This is saying, did you see this? It's telling you like how to assemble everything, but I've only done 2 legs. Was I supposed to double this? Did I miss something? I thought, is this not the first page? Yeah, this is 1. Why is it telling me full assembly right now? Haven't even done that. The PC man. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in on this Friday night. Did I miss? Oh, they're not all in color. Oh, each one is like 1. Okay. Well, let's do the head, I guess. How come just that one was in color? Oh, this one has stickers. I feel like when I look at this, I feel like I'm like colorblind. It's a very strange feeling. Probably should just double it and see what happens. No, you're not supposed to just do it, dude. Like, you gotta follow the instructions. Okay. But it's taking longer than I thought. I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish before I finish the stream. I don't want to be here for 5 hours. Some parts may be difficult to distinguish from one another. Check the parts number, follow the assembly order. Pay attention to sharp parts, be careful when handling. Make sure that the parts are facing the right ways and in the right positions. Okay. A24. You need like a whole assembly here. You need like somebody cutting, one person assembling, and then this could go by very quickly. Oh, this is like telling you what you need. I guess I should have read this first. I guess I shouldn't have started with the legs. Do you like one of the brands better than the other of the pre-made NAS? To be honest, I have not personally used the pre-made NASs outside of the Ugreen one. So I personally don't have any preference. Yeah. I know there's Synology, there's Ugreen, Zima Cube, or Zima whatever. QNAP. QNAP is one. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any experience with them, to be honest. I've always made my own NASs, so I don't have any experience with them. But I did check out the Ugreen one for a sponsor spot, and it seemed cool. But outside of that, yeah, I don't really have much. Sorry. All right, we're putting the head together. PC man, how are you, man? Good to have you. Okay, 24. Yeah. Is there another red somewhere? Wait, is A24 yellow? I sure wish it had color. 4, 3. Bros, there is no A24. Yes, there is. It's just black. Where? Here? Is that it? Is that the cut point? It's kind of hard to find the cut point sometimes because it all looks pretty similar. School's been a killer though. Yeah, I can imagine, dude. I am glad I am not in school. Did you play around with the Ugreen Cloud at all? It is tied to your NAS, right? Last question. No problem, dude. Did I play around with it? I tested it. Yeah, I didn't really test speeds or anything, but yeah, I did test it. It is tied to your NAS. All the cloud is being attached from your storage. So basically it's cloud, but you have to configure your own network and stuff to make it work because it's coming from your own cloud. So you just have to make it so that your network is remotable. But it does have access to that and it does kind of walk you through it. But any pre-made NAS will allow you to do that. It's not just Ugreen. Like any NAS will allow you to do that. It's like a very standard thing. You can even just run it in a Docker container, depending on the NAS. Like you can do that on any of them. So don't think it's just the Ugreen one, but they all have that. But is a taco a sandwich? Well, yeah. A taco is a sandwich, and a sandwich is a taco. What does this one make? This one is making the Metal Garurumon, which I got in Japan recently. But it's taking longer than expected. But it's pretty cool. I'm excited. Renato, good to see you, man. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Oh, guys, if y'all remember the people who were here a few weeks ago when we did that stream with Nerd on a Budget, do y'all remember that? I'm actually in talks with another creator to do another one of those. Crap. My thing just moved? Yeah, I'm in talks with another creator to have them come on the channel as well. It might be someone y'all know. So guess in the comments who you think has agreed to come onto the channel in a live stream. I need to build Liger Zero. Do I think Steam is better than GOG? It's more... Let me just say this. Steam is more likely to be around tomorrow than GOG. That doesn't mean it's bad or better. It's whatever. You buy your games wherever you want to buy them. It doesn't really matter. Buy wherever's cheapest. Lol, I was at your Japan stream and I must ask, what was your favorite thing that you did? Oh, that stream was a mess, man. Favorite thing I did in Japan, honestly, we were there for 3 weeks, so we did a lot of stuff. And I would say one of the more memorable ones was that we went to this small town called Wakayama. And Wakayama is unlike any other big city you go to because while everything looks like a city, it's very much a driving city, much like a lot of USA cities are. And there was no one spoke English, and there was no English menus. It was just very far out our comfort zone. But because there was no tourists there, and it felt very authentic, and it felt very like mundane Japanese life, it was very fun. We had a great time walking around that town in our crappy little hotel that we chose, because it was just kind of like everyday life. It wasn't like tourist stuff. It was just kind of hanging out. They had some very beautiful scenery. There's a castle there called Wakayama Castle that basically no one was in. And so it was just really cool to check it out in a place that's not covered in tourists and just see what average everyday life is. No English in a foreign country? Nah, no way. Well, in most countries, Renato, there is a lot of English in tourist spots because it's for tourists. You know what I mean? And so, but the further you get away from tourist spots, the less likely you are to see a language that you speak yourself. Luckily, I know quite a bit of Japanese, so we were able to work our way through it. But it's just a different experience. Is it Oz? Did you get Pinky Tech? No, I did not get Pinky Tech, but Renato got it on the nose. Yes, it is Oz Talks Hardware, if y'all are familiar with him. He agreed. He's pretty busy, so it might not be until like the end of November or maybe even December. But we have he has agreed to come on, and so if his schedule allows, it'd be really fun because Oz is a great dude, makes some great content. But yeah, Japan was great, man. We had an absolute blast. It was hard to come back home, to be honest. It's one of those trips you're never gonna forget. Can't wait to go back. I could go back to Japan every year for the rest of my life and be content. I truly, truly love it there. Oh, dang, that's a fire collab for a live stream. Yeah, man, thank you. He is awesome. Ozzy's a very nice guy. Hopefully he can bring some good insight. This goes flipped over here. Let me see. Sometimes it makes sense if yes, this goes on top. Connects there. We're making the skeleton of the face. Like this, you can kind of see Metal Garurumon's skeleton. Yes, because England is right there, but no Asia except South Korea. So you have to remember, England is not the only place that people speak English in. English is a very worldwide language. So even if you live in the middle of if you live in the middle of Asia, it's beneficial to learn English just to get the most opportunities in life because you're more likely to work with a global company. So, and people know that people speak English for that reason. So whenever they travel, yes, English is an international language of business. Pretty much, yes. So like, let's say someone from Germany goes to Japan or anywhere in Asia. They are going to be they're not looking for German. They're looking for English, right? And so whenever you say like, wow, there's English in Asia, yes, there's going to be lots of English no matter what, because they want tourists to come. And so it's easier whenever they have a little bit of help with their language, which means like an English menu at restaurants, or even signs that are in English sometimes. Much like in my country, the US, like we don't really have an official language, but most people speak English. But in a lot of neighborhoods, they're going to cater to whoever lives there. So like in the Chinese part of town, there's going to be signs in Chinese. In this Hispanic part of town, there's going to be signs in Spanish. You know what I mean? And in the tourist locations, they're going to have access to a lot of different languages. So especially in developed countries, you're going to find a lot of English for that reason. But even in a developed country like Japan, if you get further away from the big cities, you're not going to see a lot of English. Yeah. Did I go to Universal Studio in Japan? I did not. I would have loved to, because I actually really like Universal Studios in California, but it was just so packed all the time. People saying you have to like line up an hour early, and pay twice as much for your pass just to get a chance to get into different stuff. So we ended up not going. Yeah. The best part of Japan is good. Okay, we're disconnecting. You know the drill. Say Digimon when we're back. Are we back? They just don't price gouge. Like, they are content with making a 1% profit and just being happy that people are getting fed. Are we back? We back? Sorry for all the disconnects. You know how it is. Thank you, Matt. Oh, is this the tongue? Oh. I think this is the tongue of the skull. I put it through the middle. Yes. There we go. Let's see. There. That's kind of creepy. That's a skull and a tongue, I guess. We're back, baby. It was not just you, PC man. We've had a lot of PC spikes tonight, or lag spikes. It's my computer, my network card. I really am very annoyed by it. It happens when I'm gaming too, man. I'll be playing the finals and I'll just get a huge lag spike and just die, and I don't know what it is. And the only thing I can think of is that it's my 10 gig NIC. So I don't know. I gotta figure that out. And now it's coming to haunt me. C118. But yeah, Japan was great. If y'all have the means to go, I really do recommend you go. It's a great place. I truly have been there, I think 5 times now, and I am not tired of it. I love it more every time I go. It's a great country with great people. Another place I recommend that is kind of underappreciated in the Western world is Malaysia. So if y'all don't know much about Malaysia, it is a beautiful country with great people, that everything's pretty cheap, and there's lots of stuff to do, and lots of stuff to do, and beautiful scenery and great food, and everyone speaks English, and they're all super nice, and it's just a couple of islands. Kuala Lumpur is there. Really great spot if you can go out there. Really recommend. I wish I can go, but I legally can't get a job. Legally? You legally can't get a job now? Well, whenever you do get a job in the future, keep it in the back burner. Okay, this bottom part goes here. This goes below the tongue. It's 14, that's the limit or minimum. Well, why aren't you picking up leaves for your parents for money? Right? Like, it's very easy, PC man. You go to your father, your mother, your caretaker, and say, I'm looking to go to Malaysia and I need a couple $1,000s. Can I pick up leaves in the front yard? And then they're gonna say, yeah, sure, we'll give you $1. And you say, no, you won't. You're gonna give me 10. Okay, and that's how you negotiate. You're gonna negotiate with them, and then y'all are gonna meet in the middle, maybe with 5 or 6. But then they've played their hand. You know that they're negotiable. So then you just work that way up until you get a job, and then you can do whatever you want. See? Easy. B2 8, B2 7. Is this B2? No. And it's that simple, guys. Make your dreams come true by browbeating your parents into giving you money. And I've always said that. All right, this is the different parts of the face. So we might not be able to finish this time, but at least we can get the face going. So in terms of upcoming videos, guys, I have a lot on the docket. There's a lot. Like, I don't know what's up. I think there's a huge spike in YouTube viewership in the end of the year. I don't know if y'all know that. But that also, I think sponsors know that too. So I've been getting a lot of emails about different cool videos I get to make. And sponsors are great, of course, because, you know, I want to get paid. But on top of that, they enable me to make stuff. So like maybe there's some kind of thing that costs $1,000 that I can't make by myself. The sponsor literally pays for it. And all I have to do is, you know, say their name. So I really like that I get to make cool stuff when a sponsor reaches out, because it otherwise would not be able to be made. I think where Garurumon is the coolest. Yeah. I like the whole Garurumon chain. I think it's in the first movie when they fuse together, and that like blew my head. I was very blown away. Let's go this side. Wait, no, like this. This is a skeleton. Right there. Okay, here we go. I think this is it. Yeah, we got it, guys. But yeah, in terms of new videos, I have one coming out about a $200 PC that I bought. So I found a $200 PC online, and I kind of put it through its paces, which is cool. I'm also doing one that is about PC, or not PC gaming, just gaming in general on like tablets. So it's something people have asked me a lot to do, because a lot of people, no matter what they do, they can't get access to a computer. Like, it's just not happening. And it could be because of age, location, economic status, I don't know. So they asked me to do a couple videos on like phones and that kind of stuff, or tablet gaming. And so I have one working with that, which is turning out to be very cool. And that's pretty fun. I think tablet gaming is interesting. Android type gaming. A lot of people in other countries love phone gaming. Like in India and parts of Asia, man, PUBG goes hard. PUBG Mobile, all these mobile games go so hard. Devimon was the best villain? No, I disagree there with you, Renato. Devimon was evil for evil's sake, and I didn't like that. And what's funny is that when Devimon went away, basically he was like, you think I'm bad? Just wait till you see my boss. And which is pretty funny. I like the Devimon design, but he truly was a pipsqueak in the grand scheme of things. What I really liked because I haven't watched it in a while, is the Digimon Emperor. I think the Digimon Emperor is, that whole era is so interesting. It's just so interesting to see that like their world has been turned upside down by a human, and that he ends up being a good guy. And I don't know, and his, like, Digimon dying and stuff was very interesting at the time. Like, I need to rewatch it. It's been a while, but I just remember the Digimon Emperor specifically. Yeah, I think it was Ken. I can't remember his name. He had the Wormmon, and man, that whole, when I was a kid, that was bizarre. That whole thing. It was very interesting. But I really like that whole segment, because I think it's something that Pokemon would never do, or other people would do. Basically, it's like, yeah, the world you knew is now different because somebody else has taken Digimon into slavery. Like, it's just crazy to think about. Who would do that nowadays? Okay, I need A7. A7. Is it at this tiny piece? This is A7. I am terrified of clipping the wrong thing. Those were my two favorite seasons for sure. Yeah, you know, the one season that got me to stop watching, I was all in. Even after the original series ended. See you, PC man. Have a good night. The one thing that got me to stop watching, even after the original series, when they're like, oh, by the way, the original series never happened. It was just a TV show that the season 3 kids were watching. I'm like, okay, whatever. Even that season was kind of good. But whenever they started turning into Digimon, that's when I was out. I'm like, it's one, like, I don't know. I did not like the season where they started turning into Digimon. And that's where I'm like, I can't do this anymore. Even as a kid, I'm like, this is silly. Although that season did involve a lot of kind of intense feelings for the kids in the show. I just think the whole concept, I wasn't really into it. Okay, this is up. So what, this connects here? Oh, I guess like this. I think this is his nose, right? Yeah, same. I was out on that. Yeah, it was just weird. Like, I don't know. I just didn't like it. Like, this is not Power Rangers, man. Digimon and the trainers are different things. Like, I think this is the nose, guys. I think we've got the nose here. Oh, it does not go like that. Uh-oh. Gotta use the teeth. Okay. Blech. So this goes on here. And then this goes on top of that. Got it. Like that? Boom. Got it. Now I need B23, B23, B23. Armadillomon was cool. Yeah. There were a lot of very cool Digimon designs. And that was one thing I always really liked about Digimon, is that the designs were so much better than Pokemon. Like, Pokemon will have like, oh, here's a deer. It's a cute little deer. And then Digimon will be like, here's a dinosaur with a machine gun. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so different, and it felt more interesting designed as a kid. Have you seen that newer stuff they made? You know, I have it ready to go to watch. I have not watched it. I watched the first few episodes of it. There was like a redo of the original series, and it is heavy. So like in the first episode, they get sucked into the Digiworld, and they have to stop a nuclear attack from a virus sending missiles from one country to another. It's heavy. That's part of the new show. Like, that is like the main thing in the first season, that there's a virus that they have to go in and stop because it's sending nukes from one military to the other and trying to start a world war. It's just very crazy. And so I did watch the first few episodes of that, and I was like, wow, this is heavy. And so I do kind of want to go back and watch it. I just haven't had the time. But I really, because like I said, when I have free time, I just want to play games. And so I play a lot of games, but I have a hard time watching shows these days. B23? Yeah. But I heard there's like 6 movies, right? There's like 6 new movies based on the original Digidestin and season 2 as well. And so I'd like to see the movies as well. It's a lot of content. Oh, holy moly! I was talking about the stuff they made where they were older. Oh, okay, yeah. Like, I guess I call that season 2. I don't think it's season 2. Yeah, whenever like, TK and the other girl are still in it, but they're older because they were children in the first one. Now they're teenagers, and the teenagers are now adults or college students. Yeah, I like that season 2 actually. I thought that was cool. I like how they did that. Wormmon's evolution was cool. Yeah, Wormmon was such a funny character, man. Watching him die in front of the Digimon Emperor was sad. Guys, look at that. We did it. All those tiny little pieces actually came to fruition and created. And look, there's even a tongue inside. Come on. Come on. That's good enough. I had the original Digivice in the 6th grade. That's awesome. I bet you were the coolest kid, Renata. Did you also like hold it up and Digivolve in the public spaces? I think what I'm talking about is the movies you were talking about. Everyone is older and the ones beside Ty and Matt get Mega Evolutions. Yes, so that was the first movie, Matt. So the first movie actually came out during that 2nd season where they are older. But there is a whole nother series where that's all going on. Like, yes, that's in the first movie. And yes, they get Mega Evolutions. And that was pretty cool. Nah, everyone has them. I had a Seadramon. Okay, cool. Maybe I'll wear one now. Could you imagine if I just had like a Digivice around my neck all the time? Do you think people would think I'm cool? Oh, this wants me to put stickers on. I'll do stickers later. This stream's almost over. I'm not about to put stickers on stuff. Okay, well, we got the face. We have... You'd be too cool. We have 2 legs and a face. This takes a while. This is not as fast as I thought it'd be. I really thought, honestly, I thought I would finish this in like 5 minutes. Because there are some Pokemon ones that are like 5 pieces. Like truly. And I thought that's what this was. It is like, there are some Pokemon ones that are like, literally for children, it takes 5 pieces to pop, 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 you're done. It takes literally 5 minutes. And so that's what I thought this was. And I'm not upset, personally, but for a stream, it's just kind of not great content. But we'll see. Let's make the body. A4, A25. So I know the A's are red. And once you kind of get into emotion because you know where everything is. I thought wrong. That's true. I was very wrong. But it's okay, we're hanging out. It's the Try movies. Those 6 are interesting. Yeah, I did not watch those yet. I think, okay, I understand what you're saying. The Try movies. Yeah, those are the new ones that I have not seen. But I've heard they're very good. And I have them ready to go, like queued up, ready to be watched. And I just have not gotten around to it. But I'd love to. Because I have heard they're very good. I heard it wraps up the series pretty good. And I think they got a lot of the original voice cast as well. I need a drink. And you know, I did watch the I've only seen like 3 of the 6. Yeah, that's a lot. I just can't believe they made 6. They made 6 movies. That's crazy. I really liked the Yu-Gi-Oh movie, The Dark Side of Dimension. Came out in like 2016, I think, 2018. It was not a great storyline. Story was pretty stupid, but I really liked the art in it. I liked the summons. I liked basically everything except the story. I liked it. I thought the villain was stupid. It was convoluted, and it got too much into magic, and like I can understand why people like it, but I just personally could not. Need C17 and C27. But if y'all have not seen the Yu-Gi-Oh movie Dark Side of Dimension, I will tell you, Seto Kaiba is a psychopath. He is off the wagon, and no one seems to tell him that he's a psychopath anymore. He has a device, a singular tube that goes up into space. I guess it defies, the fact that the Earth turns. It's a tube he shoots up into space and travels up a couple miles to go to a space station that he created just so he can play with his toys. It is insane. I don't know why. Who thought of that? C17. Okay, is this C1? Yes. But it's so funny. He like jumps in his little tube and he goes to space and he plays with his little toys, and then he kills himself at the end of the movie to just get a chance to fight the Pharaoh again. He is an insane person. He goes to the afterlife. Guys, Kaiba is not right. He is ill. Okay, turn the parts. So I need to have this up. I put these joints in. Yes. Right now we're making the body. And this is just like building a PC, guys. It's basically the same thing. You're just connecting parts together. Very simple. All right. I'm gonna run out of time now. I think I'm gonna cool it on building this, so I need to find a good stopping point because I want to finish it later. Guys, we didn't even get halfway. The best we got on this 2-hour stream so far is 2 legs, a head, and a part of the torso. But I wanted to chill out for a few minutes and not build anything. Because I'm going to end the stream in a little bit, maybe like 10 or 15 minutes. So if y'all have any last minute questions, now would be the time while we admire my Egyptian god cards. All right, Matt. Have a good night, man. Always good to talk to you. No problem. Okay, let's go to Talking Head. Hey, it's us. Let me lean back a little bit. Thanks for being here on Friday, guys. I know y'all would rather... You guys are cool. Would rather be at the club, right? The club. Renato, I imagine you're at the club every Friday, dancing to Michael Jackson's Thriller and, I don't know, drinking lots of vodka and getting in fights and stuff. Is that accurate? Like, I don't know. It just seems like right up your alley to be at the club every Friday. Let me see. So before we go, I want to get y'all's help. Maybe we can crowdsource a computer. So I have a few videos coming up that I thought maybe y'all can help me. Let me move this over. I need some help making a computer. Let me pull up What do people like? PC part picker? I don't like PC part picker. New window. New private window. Let me see. Oh, hey. Right there. Let me stretch it out to fill the screen. Sorry, I'm using ultra wide. So I am trying to build a... Oops. Come on. A computer only using parts from Amazon. And I'd like it to stay... It's $300 to buy a Liger Zero on Amazon. Ooh. Zach's Tech has a picker build type thing. Oh, really? I'd rather not. What is a Liger Zero? Zoids? Oh my gosh, it's expensive. Looks pretty cool. I've never heard of this. This was past my time, but it does look very cool. Zach's Tech has a picker build type thing. Okay, let's see. Where is it? Consulting drops, build help. Content creator PC build templates per... Oh, these are like templates. Is this what you meant? I thought it was like a PC part picker. I mean, cool that he has stuff on his website that isn't just buying computers. I don't think I've ever been to his website. October 1st drop is sold out. Ew, who's gonna buy this? Oh, $100? That's really good. Oh, I guess this is where he sells the computer he makes for videos. I thought that's what they had, my bad. That's okay, dude. I do kind of like what they have, though. I think having these, like, you can explore the builds. Basically, yeah, these are, look, you don't even have to click them. You can just hover over it. And he has pictures of everything. I'm sure it's going to be affiliate links. This is cool. This is a lot like Scattervolt's site, pcbuilds.gg. I'd rather watch You Are Nerd. Only thing Zach ever taught me was aesthetics matter. Yeah. Some people really like that, but I appreciate it. Yeah, this is pcbuilds.gg from Scattervolt, and I like his as well. It's kind of in early stages, but you can like put your budget, and you're like, okay, let's say I want $500. I want, it's my camera, and I want AMD only, and GPU, I don't care. Performance, I don't care. Show me. So, come on. I said $500. Oh, I did it wrong. My bad. This is the starts at 500. Oops. Okay. Show me. So there's only one $500 gaming PC. Okay, I guess he doesn't. Yeah, Mark doesn't really do very cheap builds, huh? He mostly does normal ones. Like, your $200 PC was stupid good. Thanks, man. A lot of people hate those videos. When I do a video that is for a PC that is like $200, you get a lot of really privileged people coming in and just basically getting mad that I'm not even telling people to buy it. I'm just showing it that this is possible, and they're like, "This is stupid. Just save up money." I'm like, dude, what if they don't have money to save up? Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you don't have to get mad at someone else doing what they want to do. Okay, 3600 from AliExpress. Oh, B450 from Best Buy. Newegg. Wait, does this monitor include the $500? No way. No, it doesn't. For $500, I think we can do better than an A580. Oh, so he has the price on sale because this is 180. He has it listed at 140, so maybe it was 140 whenever he listed this. Is this only 90? Interesting. All these guys have different websites that show you builds you can do. It's pretty cool. I think he only has videos up for game, like videos that he's made. Sorry, he only has guides up for videos that he's made. Yeah, so like you can click here and then go to the actual video and watch it, how to build it, which is cool. I think it's cool. What if I want 1,000? Show me. Oh, a lot more for 1,000. Let's see, 600. Ryzen 5 5600. Okay. GPU is a 6650 XT. Yeah, that's about right. That's probably what I would suggest. So actually, this was on sale. The 6650 XT was on sale for $200 recently. That was a great price. That was like a couple days ago, and now it's up to, yeah, 220. Why can't sales just stay forever? Got 16 gigs of DDR4, 3200 megahertz. Okay, 1 terabyte and 2. Oh, nice. Okay, so he's, what is this? King spec. Come on, Mark. What are you doing? $1,000. So for $1,000, 7700 XT. Oh, we can do better than that. This seems expensive. What's so expensive? Oh yeah, 7500F. This is such a good CPU. So if y'all are starting to get onto the AM5, the 7500F is such a great CPU. And especially this is like not even the best price. During sales, this goes to like 125 or lower, and then you can use the coupons to bring it even lower. So like you're basically getting an AM5 CPU for like $105 or $110. It's fantastic. Really great way to get onto AM5. I wish there was more motherboards. I love AliExpress. I don't know, like, I know there's a lot of issues with it. It's not, like, obviously there's going to be a lot of scams, but there's a lot of scams on Amazon too. So I think if you're smart and you know what you're looking for, and you know that some things are just too good to be true, you can get some really cool stuff. Specifically, I really like all the handhelds on here. Retroid Pocket 4. I tested this out lately. This thing is awesome. And the Retroid Pocket 5 is coming out, I think, this month, maybe? Retroid Pocket 5. Yes. Look at this. Look how gorgeous this thing is. This is $200, and it runs Android. 5.5-inch screen. Perfect. It's all built into one. Come on, pull the picture up. Pull the picture up. Well, why can't I click on the picture anymore? Look at these. Oh my god. I love the design of these. I absolutely love these. I think they are so sick. They are like Nintendo Switch Lites, but they actually play a lot of things. I think for $200, man, these are awesome. They'll play up to like PS2, GameCube, all the Android stuff, game streaming, and just have like a dedicated thing in your pocket that just does that. And sure, you can get a Steam Deck, but Steam Decks are way bigger. These are pocketable. These are so sick. Oh, I would love this one. That's so sick. It looks like a PS Vita kinda, but like a more streamlined, what I always wanted the Vita to be. Mm. Very cool. Oh my god, it's 9:05. Guys. Oh, y'all can see that. That's fun. Let me go here. Let me be here. Guys, I'm so bad at streaming. I don't know how people do it. Go here, go here. Go here. Where's my thing? Okay. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I know this was a weird stream, but you guys are awesome. Thank you for coming. Hopefully it wasn't too boring to watch me assemble some toys for a little bit. Next time, I'll bring something fun for us to do. Thank you for sharing your time with us. Thank you, Mr. Z&D. I like to do these just to connect with y'all, just to talk. I don't really make money on these. It's just to hang out. I consider this like office hours. So I use it as a chance to talk directly with y'all, to hang out, to answer any questions the community has. So I'd like to do it more often, but the problem is I don't have things to do on stream. You know what I mean? Like I have tried to assemble a toy and I think that kind of fell flat. Next time maybe I'll build a PC for us to build together, because it seems like people really like that. People like watching me build a PC, but I just consider this like office hours. So thank you to everyone who came. Matt Miller PCs, Mr. C&D, Renato, the PC Man, Blind Tech. Who else is here? John Sandoval, Rad Robot, Kilowatt Avenue, Pandemonium, or Irandemonium, and anyone else who is here. Thank you so much. New videos on the horizon, some cheap PC budget builds, and Reluctant Hero, what's up, man? I love the Vita, such an amazing handheld. I agree. The Vita is a great handheld. I loved it a lot. Totally underrated. I wish it got more love in the US, but I truly liked it a lot. Let me turn this off. But yes, thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys. Stay tuned for some more videos. They're coming out. I'm gonna do my best, and I will try to stream more often if I have stuff to do for y'all, just so we can hang out. Thanks again, guys. Have a great night. Have a good Friday, good weekend, and stay safe out there. See ya.